kitchen in Las Vegas. It's Keto Cooking. Hey everybody, welcome back. Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Well, today I'm going to be making some thinly cut, center cut pork, boneless, obviously. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to be making it, let's see how I can say this. We're going to make chicken fried pork, okay, with a country gravy. I've been looking forward to this for a little bit. Also, what I'm going to be doing is keeping it keto. I'm going to be using some pork rinds. I'm going to crush them up. They're going to get dredged in 1 egg, and then using the pork rinds for breadcrumbs. And also I'm going to make, I haven't made in a while, some spinach and some garlic olive oil. Can't go wrong with that. Let's get cooking. Okay, first things first, I'm going to crush up all these pork rinds inside the bag. And then I will put them into a jar. Alright, just finishing up here. I dumped them out of the bag into a bowl. Got my little tenderizer here. I've had this thing probably, oh God, maybe 25, 30 years more. It held up. Yeah, I got all the fancy ones, but you don't need the fancy stuff. Now I'm just going to break these up a little bit more, and then I'm going to transfer a little bit into another smaller plate, because once I start the process of egg washing them and putting them into this pork rinds here, I don't want to spoil it all with some egg in it. So I'm going to use what I need, and the rest I will put away for another meal. Okay, that looks pretty good. There again, if there's any bigger ones, it's fine. Now, reason why I do this with the pork rinds, because there's 0 carbs. I mean, there's nothing in there. And that's why I also use, let me get it out here. That's why I also use some thinner cuts of meat, because you know what? It'll cook up much faster, and then the pork rinds will not burn. Okay, you know what? Once they get real dark, they don't taste right. So using thinner cuts of meat, I wouldn't use a thick pork chop or anything like that, because it would actually ruin the coating. That's why I don't like breadcrumbs. Even in my past, when a chef in a restaurant, I very rarely used breadcrumbs because of that same reason, because they give it that, that burnt toast taste. Wow, say that 3 times fast. Okay, moving forward. All right, I'm going to insert these little pork loins into the Ziploc bag. Then I will just close it, fold it in half, whatever. And I'm going to pound these out as thinly as possible. All right. Put them in there. Let me close it. I'll just leave a little opening on the end here, just for a little air gap. Okay. Press out most of the air so you don't break the bag right now. And I'm going to use this part of it. Don't go too hard, because you'll go through. We don't want to do that. I just want to make them a little bit more thinner, okay, and spread them out a little bit more. Now, these are quite thin to begin with. Now, you could use it this way too, but you want to break up the membranes, especially on the end, so they don't cup. All right. This line of fat right here, or even on the back side here, can cup on you, and you won't get a good. It won't fry up the way you want it. Now this recipe here, I mean, this is old. I remember when I lived in Texas, we used to go and get chicken fried steak with the gravy. It was fantastic. And back then, it was told to everybody, oh, that's unhealthy. That's a heart attack on a plate. Boy, how wrong were they? Unbelievable. Okay, let me finish this out, and we'll get this cooking up here pretty soon. Okay, they're pretty well pounded out. Broke all the membranes in it. This should be a nice tender cut. It should cut nice and easy and be very, very tender. Okay, so I'm going to leave these in the bag, put them off to the side. And then I'm going to use this big bowl here. Come on, egg. Oop, got a little shell in there. We don't want no shells. All right. And I'm gonna whip up the egg, and I will add a little bit of water just to stretch it. I'm gonna add a little parsley to it. This is very fast. The gravy might take the most time, but it's not going to take me no more than 15 minutes to make it. Let me put a little bit of water in here. Oops, get out of there. That one's there. Let me move spinach out of the way and pull this down. I'm going to take the first one and I'll run that through the egg. Yep. Let it drip off a little bit. And then into the panko. I call this panko because it is basically, it's a rougher chop, only it's pork rinds. Okay. Now I'm going to put this back together again. Now you might have to flip it around a couple times. I only single dredge this. Normally if I was doing chicken with flour or whatever, breadcrumbs or whatever, I would do it, dredge it in a couple times. Let me pack this on here. Okay. Alright, into the pan I have some butter. Alright, got them browned up a little bit. A little brown butter action. And today we are using senior avocado. That's avocado oil. And this is going to get a nutty flavor to the pork cutlets. Okay. So now, if you pounded these out a little bit bigger, you could make schnitzel. Okay. But today we're doing a country fried pork or chicken fried pork with a gravy. Okay, into the pan. I'm going to add a couple of them in. And then I'll add the other two in a little bit. Now there again, you don't want this to burn, so you got to be real careful with it. This really has a great flavor. I'm telling you, you got to try it. It doesn't have to be keto. You can do this just regular if you want to do some chicken, pork, even if you want to try a chicken fried steak. It is really good, and I got to tell you, for a bag, it was on sale, $1.99 for pork rinds. Can't go wrong. Okay, just like chicken, start seeing the outside turn a little bit white. Give it a flip. That is the color we're looking for. Squeeze another one in there. Okay. Okay, we're going to take these out. The ones that are finished. Here again, like I said, these roll really fast. So there these on the plate just like that for now. Okay, into the other pan, we're going to use olive oil. Get that good and hot. Shut up the pan for now. And I'm going to be layering in these pork cutlets. Okay. while that's going, I'm going to be, got the olive oil nice and hot. Some garlic. Now this one you got to really watch quick because this can really heat up on you fast. Little butter into the pan. Just going to brown them up a little bit. Okay. Now, as you can see, I don't want to get it to the point where it starts turning a little brown on there. Now, looks like a lot of spinach, don't it? I put this on a plate, Marie's going to look at me and say, where's yours? Okay. Sticking. Come here. All right, that's going to cook down. Lower the heat a little bit on there. Now, in this pan here, I got all the fond. I got from the pork rinds, also the butter, the olive oil, and whatever juices I had left from the pork. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, right here, all right, I always save stuff for later on down. Now, what I have here is fat cap that I'm going to take off. Now, that is all residuals from when I made some pork, okay, roasted pork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out of here, just to give it a little bit of better pork flavor. Okay, not a lot. Let that cook down. Now, being that this is still frozen, I will put this back in to the freezer. Let's check on our spinach is starting to wilt pretty good. Now on this one here, I lowered the flame a little bit because it can burn on you, the garlic, and that's the worst taste ever that you don't want to have. Okay, let's see if I can give it the old Tommy flip here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put that back on. Now this one you can start seeing everything here starting to come together a little bit. So take my wooden spoon here, and I just want to get the fond off the bottom. All right. Well, you can immediately smell. Now there again, you don't want to take this to the point where it's going to burn. So we want to get this all just liquefied enough. That stuff to melt down. Wow, aromas are good. Let that go a little bit more. Okay. See what I mean? That, that melted down pretty much. I might have to sneak some before Marie sees what I got going here. We both love spinach. Spinach is really good for you, especially on a keto cooking. All right, let's see where we stand here. All right, now I have heavy whipping cream, okay? You do not need a roux to put in here to make your country gravy. This is all you need. Okay, there you go. I'm just going to stir this around a little bit. This will thicken up on its own. All right, we're going to add little spices to it. Okay, what I'm going to add in here is some ground sage. Now, I love the flavor of sage. Goes well with this, especially with the pork. And I'm just going to add a little bit in. Forkful. Now you can put nutmeg in here. There's a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm just going to stick with this. And my go-to. As you can start seeing, it's starting to bubble up a little bit. I want to move this around. Also, I'm going to add in some ground black pepper. And you got to keep working this. Don't walk away from this because it will scorch. Now, you can add a little bit of flour to it if you want. I don't see the reason why you need to. This will get thick enough for what we're using it. And flour is the thing we want to stay away from. So I'm going to lower down the heat a little bit. Okay. I'm going to take it off for a little bit here. Now we can start seeing. Yeah, it's got to go a little bit more. Now every now and again I come across a brainstorm here. I'm going to add in some of my sausage seasoning to it. Give it that little extra porky flavor. That's more than enough. I'm just going to spin this around in here. I'm going to put a little bit more flame to it and watch this thicken up beautifully. Spinach is done. Guess what? We're going to plate this. Okay, we are knowing that this gravy is ready to go. Leaves a nice path. Okay, let's plate it.
Chicken, fried pork, and country gravy. Easy to make, so don't be lazy. Keto cooking here in Las Vegas. This dish outrageous. Chicken, fried pork, and country gravy. Keto cooking in Las Vegas. Keto cooking in Las Vegas. Keto cooking in Las Vegas. This dish is outrageous. One. Chicken, fried pork, and country gravy. Keto cooking in Las Vegas.
Okay, first things first. Let's try this. Look at that. Very thin. Perfectly cooked, if I must say so myself. Let's try it. Oh yeah. Yeah. This will become a regular. Try the spinach. Now with the spinach you can squirt a little bit of lemon on there. That's perfectly fine. Wow. This is really good. Okay, listen everybody, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you could, check out the next video.
Chicken, fried pork, and country gravy.